All right, I apologize for that internet problem right there. Technical difficulties have been sorted out, and Tyler Mallon right now is holding the lead. It looks like the 74 got bottlenecked by the 37 right there. He's going to fall back a little bit. Now Austin Delgado trying to move into that next position, but here comes the 08 on fresher tires. Trying to get on by him. So right now it's Tyler Mallon holding the lead right now. I don't believe the race is over. Here comes Delgado to the inside. I'm actually not sure how many laps are left. I'm going to have to break a rule here for a sec. Yeah, so we still got 12 laps to go. Car's still warping a little bit. My internet is not made for this kind of stuff. But we're going to try and keep you on the action right now because it is heating up. Here comes Delgado, but here comes LaPrade to the outside, trying to make that line work. You can tell these drivers are on attack mode right now. And Austin Delgado trying to make that long run speed work out in the long run. But there are other drivers trying to do the exact same. It looks like Pantalica has fallen to 5th in the time we were gone. As you look at back up to the front of the field, Tyler Mallon holding the lead right now. Ooh, oh, the 74 got into the back of the 99. Going for a slide. He's going to save it, but he's going to lose a lot of positions, and that might be the end of his run for the lead. Dunn LaPrade's going to fall back. That is going to shape up. That's really going to shake things up in the points battle, and here comes Delgado to the inside in the 99. Continuing to blink a little bit, heading around the racetrack. He's going to take the lead, and here comes Jovan Anderson as well in that 93 car. Things really shaking up here at the end of the Charlotte race. Dunn LaPrade has fallen back behind Alexander Gonzalez. He's going to have to try and make his way up. I'm going to have to break the sacred NR2003 broadcasting rule. I'm going to have to look at this from time to time just to see how many laps we have left. So looks like we're going to have 8 to go. This time by Austin Delgado. Yep, he takes over the lead. Don't listen to that ticker. It is not the end of the race. Austin Delgado currently leading with 8 laps to go. Can Jovan Anderson run him down? Oh, and we have a huge shakeup right here. Comes Dunn LaPrade to the outside. Pantalica just totally blocking that inside line. Now he's going to go up top. Will Goss shaking all the way down the back straightaway, trying to block off these cars behind him. This is good stuff back here, but Pantalica not on quite the same page that these guys are, and Dunn LaPrade's going to take advantage of it, run around the outside lane, and maybe try and gain back that lost ground. It's going to be tough, but if anyone can do it, it's Dunn LaPrade. Austin Delgado continuing to lead against the photo-negative Dave Blaney car. Heading down the back straightaway now. I think this night... Oh, the 46 hit the wall a little bit, comes back down, nearly gets into the 74, might have actually made contact. Pantalica just didn't quite save enough. I think he tasted the lead for a little bit, but didn't save enough to hold it for these final few laps. So now we come down. I believe that's 6 laps to go. Austin Delgado continuing to lead here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. I think that gap has opened up just enough. I don't know if Jovan Anderson's going to be able to race him back down. Heading to 5 laps to go this time by, and the NASCAR Twitter sucks 180. Maybe closed up just a little bit that lap, but it's kind of hard to tell. Especially when our ticker decides to kind of go belly up. So the telemetry right now is 3/10 back. We'll see if it changes this time by. So Will Goss has climbed to 4th, and Dunn LaPrade is up to 5th. Austin Delgado continuing to lead. And that time by, there was only 1/100th of a second. The 93 closed up on the 99. That won't be enough. You can tell he's really running that car hard, doing everything he can to close in on that 99. It's going to be 3 laps to go this time by. Washed up a little bit through that corner. All the pressure in the world right now, and all eyes on the 99 of Austin Delgado and that Speed Energy Toyota. Closed up even more. .27 back, that 93 car, trying to make one final run at the lead. And it will be 2 to go this time by. So we'll also keep our eyes back here. Dunlap-Pratt possibly going to gain another position back on Will Goss. Things have really spread out here, and it also seems to have spread out a little bit for the lead. 2 laps to go. Actually, no. Jovan Anderson closed up. Oh, man, this is going to get interesting. If that 93 can close up on that 99's back bumper, he probably just needs to send him a little bit faster than he wants to go through the corner, and it'll be his, but he's got to close up first, and he's only going to have 1 lap to do it. Austin Delgado in the number 99 car leading us to the final lap here at Charlotte. Late run speed for Jovan Anderson and Austin Delgado leads to this, a battle for the win down the back straightaway. I think the 99 car has got it made right now. The 93 going to take one last plunge, one last try through the corner. Oh, the 99 goes really sideways. Here comes the 93 closing up. I don't think it'll be enough. And coming out of turn 4, Austin Delgado wins the NASCAR Twitter Sucks 180. Making sure that was, in fact, the final lap, and it looks like it was. Austin Delgado taking the checkered flag. I commented on his speed early on. Amazing speed with that 99, especially on the longer run. And Austin Delgado gets it done here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Other cars coming by and congratulating him. There's Focusato. Give him a little victory bump. And here comes Dunlap-Pratt. It's good to see the number 99 car had such good long run speed, and Lord knows he needed it, especially in those closing laps. He does his burnouts here on the front straightaway. Austin Delgado, winner here at Charlotte, and there's Kiani here to ruin it all. Never mind, just giving a little hand signal saying, well done. Trying to do the John Force style burnout. Heading into the last turn of the Roval. Big win for the 99 car. Just amazing speed there in the long run. It was very impressive to watch. And he's going to go to victory lane. So we're going to line up our victory lane interviews here. First, we're going to take a look at the results of today's race. So, Austin Delgado takes home first place. Jovan Anderson takes second. Tyler Mallon in third. Will Goss, Dunlap-Pratt, Alexander Gonzalez, Pantalica, Nathan Kiani, Shane Sides, Focusato, Tingley, Schwallenberg, Alvarez, Cook, Robb, Bergwald, Friesen, and Hunter B. rounding out the field right there. So, Austin Delgado sitting in victory lane right now. Let's see if we can get an interview with him. Well, first, let's talk to our third place driver first. That's Tyler Mallon.
Oh my god, I literally... Oh, hi.
Hi, Tyler.
Sorry.
Hi, Tyler. How's it going?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm doing good. It was a fun race to watch. I got a little disconnected there for a little bit, but it looked like you had a very impressive run. Had to fend off a ton of different drivers. Just take me through that race, just overall how it was for you.
Well, I definitely wasn't as good on the short run as a lot of people were. So, I mean, on the long run as a lot of people were. I was pretty fast on the short run. But it was really hard to keep the car kind of straight as the run went on. It seemed to get a little looser for me. I don't know if other people had the same thing. But I'm really happy for Austin Delgado. He's been really fast every week so far. So based on his average finish, if he had shown up to every race, I think he would be in like second or third in points. So I'm really happy for him. But yeah, P3, I'm really happy with that, especially after how like long this race was.
Yeah, it was a long one for sure. And honestly, I kept looking at the bigger picture throughout most of the race. I was watching you in the 74, and at the end of the race, 74 had a bit of a mix-up, climbed back up to 5th place, but you finished 2 spots ahead of him. How do you think that'll help you out in this points battle?
Well, we both led laps, but Pan led the most laps, so I'm not going to get any bonus points for that. But if I'm correct, I'm going to have Dunn is going to have a 7-point lead over me, but I might be wrong about that. So
7 races in, and the points battle is already very, very tight. Thank you, Tyler, for doing this interview with us.
Thank you so much.
User was moved out of your channel.
All right, next up, let's talk to our 2nd place driver. That is Joven Anderson.
User was moved to your channel.
Joven Anderson, you got me?
I got you. Hello.
Hello. Very impressive run. Honestly, during practice, I was very, very impressed with your lap times. Then the race came, and you just weren't up towards the front very much, but clearly you just proved me wrong by running back up to the front of the field and running down Austin Delgado in those closing laps in a 2nd place finish. How was that race for you? Just take me through it.
Well, the bad qualifying effort didn't help, so it was definitely difficult coming from the back of the field at the start. But the caution helped me, be able to put myself in a position where I had, decent track position. I was all right with the setup. I didn't love it, but it was drivable. So, we had a lot of fun with it, and it was one of those setups where it's like you could push it to a certain point, but the second you pushed it just a little too hard, if you missed a corner just a little bit, it would plow straight up the track. So I guess I was doing everything in my power to make sure I just didn't overdrive the car and just bring it home.
Yeah, absolutely. And a podium finish is always good. But also looking ahead, I mean, this race had to have given you a lot of confidence moving forward. How much did this help your confidence moving forward in terms of winning a race?
Oh, it helps a lot. It helps a lot. There's a lot of guys in here, a lot of young kids that, they put a lot of effort into this, and these guys here, they've been doing a really good job, preparing for speed weeks and coming in here and, getting everything out of it that they can. So that definitely helps me knowing that I'm definitely in the running if I choose to, and, moving forward, I will definitely do my best to be here every week.
Well, great job. 2nd place finish for the photo negative Dave Blaney car. Joven Anderson, a very impressive run at Charlotte. Let's see if we can get our winner, Austin Delgado, in the booth.
User was moved to your channel.
Hi, Austin. You got me?
I got you.
Congratulations. My goodness. I mean, I commented on it earlier. You seem to have a lot of long run speed. And I didn't know if it was going to come back up at the end, but 1 minute I get disconnected and it's the 46 way out front. Then the next minute, you're at the front of the field and you win the dang race. How was it for you out there?
It was kind of nerve-wracking because I led a lap early. I stayed out on that caution, and then I went to the back, and I tried to just really methodically save tires and kind of work through everyone and kind of weed out, like, trying to get back to, like, the front fast guys. And I've been worried all season because I was like, man, I'm not going to be able to win a race. Like Don and Tyler and everyone else there are just really fast. I don't know how I'm going to be able to, outrace them. We saved tires really well today. And yeah, I thought I went too early with 30 or 25 to go whenever I went, but thankfully it paid off.
Now, I mean, it was there was a lot of swapping for the lead, but there was also a lot of drivers getting really squirreled up out of the corners and everything. How did you feel about the setup and the racing in general?
It felt stable for me. I was able to keep the car underneath me. I didn't really feel it step out until the last lap in 3 and 4 when I got a little too excited.
Yeah, that was that was kind of scary, to be honest, watching. I thought we were going to have a side-by-side finish, but you held them off, and a really, really impressive victory for you in the NASCAR Twitter Sucks 180. How about that? You get to win the NASCAR Twitter Sucks 180. How about that?
It's an honor. It's an honor to win the Twitter Sucks 180.
Austin Delgado, you're a winner here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Thank you so much for doing this interview, and well done.
Thank you.
User was moved out of your channel.
I think that just about wraps it up here at Charlotte. We got a lot of people in the waiting room for interviews, so I think we also want to talk to Dunn LaPrade, because Dunn LaPrade had a really good race, mixing it up at the front. Let's go ahead and talk to him.
User was moved to your channel.
Done. You got a copy?
Yep.
Well, those closing laps were a bit of a roller coaster. I mean, the entire race really was. You ran up towards the front. You were first. You were second. You were third. You were second. You were first. But then at the end, had a little mishap, fell back, climbed back up to fifth. But how was that race for you? How did you feel about it?
Man, I'll tell you what, that was the most fun race I've ever done. I mean, to say that these guys, I mean, I don't even know. I mean, I'm still sweating. I'm like, my hands are sweating. I'm almost drenched with sweat. That was a lot of work. Just amazing race. I mean, everybody just drove a fantastic race. We drove the crap out of it, and we drove clean too, and we raced hard, and that was so much fun. I mean, that was pretty good race on my end. We led a couple of laps, and I bet that's what we got to do, try to stay up front as best as we can because of Malin closing in also on us on the championship. Yeah, a little mishap, I think about 11 to go or so. I got into Delgado. That was my fault. That was not his fault. But, I mean, congrats to Delgado, man. He drove a very disciplined race. That was a very well-earned win, so I'm happy to see him win because, man, that he definitely showed the field what it takes to win in this league. It's not easy to win, especially at a track like Charlotte with a bunch of these guys. So for him to beat us like that was enjoyable to watch. And the races, again, as I said, that was so awesome, man. I cannot wait to do tons of more of these races again.
So yeah, really good race in general and a really good race for Dunn LaPrade, who comes home in 5th place. Thank you very much for doing this interview, and well done out there today.
Yep, thank you.
User was moved out of your channel.
All right, let's also talk to Nathan Kiani.
User was moved to your channel.
Hi, Nathan. You got me? Nathan Kiani, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you. My mic is muted.
So in the closing laps there, you seemed to keep pace with the leaders pretty well. You actually climbed up at the beginning of the race pretty well, but it just seemed like there was a certain point, especially with tire wear, that you just couldn't go anywhere. Tell me how that race was for you.
It was good after the crap I've been through all year. I'm happy to get a top 10. Congrats on my teammate Austin Delgado for the win. But yeah, I was struggling with tire wear for most of the race. I just kept burning them off. Unfortunate, but still got a top 10. Roll Jolly Roger, that's the name of the chassis. We're going to be bringing this back every week for the intermediate races. Got to thank Toyota, Menards, M&M, Speed Energy, all those guys. And can't wait to be sponsored next race.
I mean, yeah, that's a hell of a way to go sponsorless. I really, really like that car.
Yeah,
but
thank you.
Really nice job out there today. Nathan Kiani, well done.
Thank you.
User was moved out of your channel.
All right, let's talk to Pantalica now.
User was moved to your channel.
Hi, Pan, you got a copy?
Yep.
All right. So that was a roller coaster of a race. I mean, that was a lot of laps led for you, but also it seemed like tire wear got the best of you there in those closing laps, or maybe just draft, or just general wear and tear. How was that race for you? How'd you feel about it?
It was generally pretty good. Had a lot of fun running up there. The setup felt great. Real low grip driver's track. Hell of a lot of fun. Yeah, in terms of that long run pace though, like it's just general inexperience. Like I'm around guys in here who've been doing this stuff for like 4, 5, 6, so upwards of 10 years. So I've got like a year under my belt. So I've got some catching up to do. But it was something. It was something. All right. It was fun though.
I'll tell you what, you were driving like a veteran out there today. I couldn't tell the difference. So well done.
Appreciate it.
Pantalica finishing 7th place for Pan here today with a lot of laps led. Big statement made for the 46.
User was moved out of your channel.
Right, I think the last one we'll talk to is Will Goss. That's the number 27 car. An impressive march to 4th here today.
User was moved to your channel.
Will, you got a copy?
10-4.
Well, hey, I mean, you didn't make much of a statement early on, but then in those closing laps, I mean, I got disconnected with about 30 laps to go. I came back, and you were right there in the front pack. That was an impressive run. Take me through that race and how it was for you.
So yeah, it all really came down to that pit stop and how we saved tires. Talking in the team room with Shane and Joven, I kind of asked them what their tire percentages was, and they didn't save as much as I did, I think, on that first run. So I used that to my advantage in the second run, and it worked out a bit more for Joven. He obviously got the second place, but I was able to just sit behind him and save, and we just caught up to him when they started fighting, and I was more worried about where I finished in terms of like the overall points and everything, so I wasn't really going to gun it if I didn't have to. I had a hell of a time keeping Dunn behind me, so that was basically the main issue with the last couple laps, and they got us 4th place, so I'm pretty proud of the run tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, thank you very much for that awesome points graphic. I used it in the stream tonight. It looks really, really good, so thank you for that.
Oh, I'm happy to hear it. I'll have to check it out when I go back to stream. It's going to be updated for next week, too, if you're going to be here for that also.
Good to hear. Will Goss, 4th place finish, a top 5 for the 27 car here tonight. Well done.
Thank you.
User was moved out of your channel.
Well, that is going to wrap it up here in the MELONCAR race number 7 at Charlotte. It was pretty much a roller coaster, and again, I apologize for that little problem there with connection. But man, oh man, if that wasn't just one of the coolest races. You got to see some wrecks, but you also got to see a lot of really good racing and a lot of swaps for the lead. I mean, there was so many. You always had to keep your eyes peeled on the front few cars, so very exciting race to watch. We appreciate you and thank you for joining us here in the MELONCAR series at Charlotte. My name is Connor. I've been your broadcaster here this evening. We thank you for watching.